Hello, Aries. Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. How the heck are ya? Happy Wednesday to you. We're in the middle of the week, almost at the Friday. Probably a lot of you are taking the week off, maybe before Christmas. But if you are celebrating Christmas, Hanukkah, I think coming up on the 26th is Kwanzaa. So whatever you're celebrating, happy to you. Happy, happy. If you're interested in a private read, you can look in the description below. And that's where you'll find the information to get you over to Wizio, where I am reading for 2023. Predictions for 2023. It is a 4-month reading, week by week. Go take a look. All right, here we go. Overall energy, we're looking at the soul, I think it's called the Soul's Journey oracles. Overall energy, please, for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. All right. We've got discipline. Okay, we've got courage. Oh, that's happening a lot today, actually. When I look at the bottom card, it's the same color. Yeah. Very cool. Okay, so we have, well, let's look at courage first here. It says, and this is future energy for me, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Okay, yeah. So I feel like you are coming to the end of this year feeling more courageous than when you started. Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. All right, so it feels as though you have been working either on yourself or just some type of discipline, whether it is, dancing or typing or I don't care what it is, but you've been learning something, maybe the hard way, is what I want to say. This looks very kaleidoscope-like. You're not really sure what's going on, although it's cohesive colors. As a photographer, I look at it and say, although it's cohesive colors, it could be considered a bit of chaos. Yeah. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Yes, you can. All right. Let's find out what you're setting your mind to. Let's look at the Psychic Tarot. A couple cards for Aries, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Aries. We've got triumphant success. Okay, so somebody is being successful in the discipline that maybe you're someone who began working out, like it is something that you're doing consistently. It is a discipline. Do something for 30 days consistently, it will become a discipline. Fulfillment of wishes. Okay. Somebody here has decided that they're moving forward. It's beautiful energy that you now have the discipline to speak your mind, to tell your truth, no matter who's listening, and have triumphant success at it. That's what I feel. And that this is new to you, I believe, that you have been practicing this. You've been practicing the discipline of speaking up, speaking the truth, speaking your mind, being authentic. I think this is something that's new for you. Relatively new. Fulfillment of wishes. It is all leading up to that. It's so important to live authentically, no matter who you are, no matter who you love. It doesn't matter. You must be your authentic you, always, because it's the only thing that leads to the fulfillment of wishes. You can't get it by wearing a mask. You can't get it through ego. You can only get it through being who you are, who you really are, without the mask. All right. What are we talking about? What kind of discipline are we got here going down here? Discipline for Aries, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What are you accomplishing? What do you want to accomplish here? Happiness and well-being. Well, who would say no to that, right? Good for you. You've decided to be happy. Yeah, that's really beautiful. The discipline of happiness, y'all, it is a discipline. It is. You have to choose it. You can't leave it all willy-nilly to the universe. I mean, the universe is going to back you up, absolutely, but you first have to be the one that changes your mind. Yeah. And the universe wants to see you thrive, but you really have to make the decision to do that. Okay. Enough lecturing, Elsie. Get back to the cards. Here we go. Owl, good advice from a wise person. Triumphant success. Somebody is part of your success here. So it's some sort of information that you came upon. It says good advice from a wise friend. It's got an owl here. The thing is that owls are also about transformation. They're also about death, right? And so it could have been good advice that you received from somebody else to say, hey, really, do you need that relationship? Because I don't see it working from the outside. As I look in, like maybe your BFF or your broski told you, look, this isn't working for you. Do you understand it's not working for you? You're not going to have success if you're stuck in the mud, in a relationship where you really aren't supposed to be. The thing is we got to get out of the doorway, Aries, right? You got to get out of the doorway so people can come in and out. You can't tell the ones that leave that they can't go, and you can't tell the ones that are coming in not to come in. You just kind of have to let the flow. I feel like the triumphant success is just that somebody gave you some good advice that got you out of a place where you were being muzzled. I think that the triumphant success is that you finally are living your authentic self and you're speaking up, speaking your truth. We have an older woman, dealings or relationships with an older woman. This could be someone who's a romantic interest, but it doesn't have to be. It could be the person who taught you the discipline, which led to the fulfillment of wishes, which taught you to speak up because you've chosen happiness. And I've said it 1,000 times, right? You have to choose it. You have to change your mind if you're someone who is really having a hard time. And I don't care what the reason is that you're having a hard time. The fact is that you're having a hard time. And I'm sorry if you are, but I really feel that changing your mind is always an option. Changing your mind, how you look at things, right? And it might have been this older woman who brought you some advice or some energy, good advice from a wise person. Could be talking about the same person here. All right. Bottom of the deck, we've got Mountain Road. You are on the road to success, Aries. Good for you. And then we have the Cane. Pay attention to your health. Okay. Because the fulfillment of wishes is coming, and it could be a fulfillment of money, right? And if you get a lot of money, make sure you are working on your health. Some of you might already be working on your health, honestly. Yeah, that might be the discipline. All right. But I think it has something to do with this older woman. Let's explore that, find out what's going on here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is for Aries, please, for the week ahead. Aries. Let's find out what's going on here. Three of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Let's move things over here. All right, so what we pulled was the King of Swords. We've got the Eight of Cups. We've got the Seven of Swords. And we've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Nine of Cups, and the Empress. Very interesting. The older woman could be an Empress. I'm just listening for a moment here, Aries. The King of Swords has disconnected from someone who he feels has been lying to him. I say he and him because there's a man on the card, but understand we're not reading body parts, right? We're reading energies. So this masculine here, I feel that this is masculine energy, and the King of Swords, of course, can be both, right? Masculine or feminine. We all have masculine and feminine energy, every one of us, animals, plants, and people. So Seven of Swords, to me, tells me that somebody was lying to you. Or you found out that there was an illusion, or you became disillusioned with the situation. It's like you leave. I'm looking at this card here, the door behind him there. He's got the light on. He just scoots out. It's like, I'm out. I'm done. I'm just gonna go. I know this guy is trying to get away with something, maybe some knowledge, right? Those swords are on the bindings of books. And so there is some knowledge that somebody was trying to get away with that they weren't sharing with you. And I feel that I don't think it was the information when you came upon it. I don't think that is what turned you off. What turned you off is that this person lied to you, that this person set up this big illusion. Yeah. The Eight of Cups, you can see this person is sort of looking up here. As we see it on the table, he's looking up at the King of Swords here. So it is the King of Swords who has decided to walk away from something that wasn't terrible. It feels like it is a relationship of sorts. Like it was an Eight of Cups relationship, and maybe it had grown from the Ace, right? But it feels like it stayed there. or that this is a deal breaker for you. If you even smell or sniff that somebody is lying to you, or you suspect they're lying to you, you're not going to do it. You're going to cut them out. You need the truth, because you're showing up as the King of Swords. There's nothing else that will do. You must have the truth. So that's probably the deal breaker here. So we have the Two of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Empress. So the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody is finally starting to feel a little more in balance. And I also feel that your financial situation is letting up just a little bit. It is about to get better because the Nine of Cups is right next door. I feel like this is only the beginning of your wish fulfillment. And sometimes we have to come through a lot of blood and tears, y'all, in order to get to the wish fulfillment. Because if we don't know what the darkness is, how can we appreciate the light, right? So I feel like somebody here was in the Two of Pentacles for a long while, barely feeling like they were holding on. Really, this person's super concentrated on keeping everything in balance, because there's very little to work with here, is what I want to say. There's, it's two pentacles, right? It's just two. The one is the pentacle that begins it all, and we get to the two. We've finally made some headway. It feels like somebody is finally maybe paying bills and maybe being able to put a little bit in the bank as well. Just a little bit. But it feels like that there's a lot of growth here, is what I see when I see this in the reverse. I see it as sort of a reversal of fortune, I guess, is how I see the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And it's like we can't stay here. So we have to move on. We have to find another way to continue to move forward. And I feel like the universe hears your plea. Yeah, the Nine of Cups and the Empress. So you have growth and abundance, and there's not a whole lot of things you can do wrong because you're balanced. And I feel like that is part of the wish fulfillment for you, that you would just be able to be strong, be by yourself, stand in your power. And isn't that all what any of us want? So I think it is you that is out of balance, or is experiencing financial issues, or it's just gotten a little tight. Like it could be sales were down, or whatever it is. It feels like something. It's a reversal of fortune now. So I feel like whatever took you down to the Two of Pentacles is something that you have overcome, is what I want to say. I think you realized that you had to disconnect from the person who lied to you in order to have your Nine of Cups, because you have now, it feels to me, you now have higher standards, is what I want to say, because the King of Swords is not ever going to be with a partner who isn't intelligent, because all the things that the King of Swords, right, highly intelligent, possibly works in law enforcement, really needs you to be truthful and honest, and is ready to cut you out if you're not, because this person does not deal in lies and tomfoolery, right? So I feel like that you kinged up. Yeah, Aries is what I want to say. You could be on your way to being an emperor, but I feel like you come out with swinging. Yeah, and you decide that it's time to go. The Eight of Cups is here. I feel like you decide to, you smell somebody who's not being honest. Yeah, and you decide it's time, you got to go. Because you're not putting up with that again. And I say again because it feels as though you had to already learn to speak your truth, right, over here. So, and good advice from a wise person. So it feels like this is a lesson that you've learned. Yes, so congratulations. I think you've learned this lesson, yeah, of speaking up. It's necessary. Okay. Got high honor on the bottom of the deck. You could be someone who's highly respected in the things that you do. If even if you're not in law enforcement, whatever it is that you do, people see you as the king. People see you as the person to go to, the subject matter expert, right? The person who's the highly intelligent one. Go ask Jamie, he'll know. Go ask Richard, he'll know. Yeah, you're the person that everybody sends everybody to because you have all the answers. And I don't mean that in an egoic way. I mean that you're just really highly intelligent. You could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, somewhere in your chart that's prominent. Okay, so we've got the Journey card. And the Journey means, I feel like because you've made the right decision and you have learned this lesson, is what I want to say, that you're free to go. You're free to go to the next level. You're free to go to the next city or town. The universe is like, you're free to go. What do you want to do next? Here's the new cycle. So I feel like the journey begins here. When you actually pick up the sword and let people know, as this king does, he's got sort of the swords at the ready here. I might tell you the truth, and it might cut you. You might get out of the way. But he's also protecting himself, right? He knows now how to protect himself. So I feel like this is the release. That the king now has released himself from a cycle that was tough, maybe repetitive cycle. He learned a lesson. And I feel like it may have taken him some money to learn that lesson. The person that you're with could, if they're a liar, or, I see it as lying, deceit, thievery, that kind of thing. This person could have been someone who you were spending a lot of money on, or wanted you to spend a lot of money on them. I think that's a journey as well. So I feel like the 8 of Cups brings the 9 of Cups. You have the progression here, right? You walk away. We now know you've done the right thing because it leads directly to your wish fulfillment. I think that the wish fulfillment was that you would be released, that you could go on a new journey. This is the beginning, right? It's card number 10. It's the very beginning of the journey. So it's kind of like, getting started again on your own. But you know what I feel? I feel like somebody's waiting for you in the journey. I don't know if you intend to go to, if you're a masculine, if you intend to go to a feminine, or, your situation is what it is, feminine, masculine. But this is feminine energy, and I see this is masculine energy. So it feels like it is between a masculine and a feminine energy. So someone has an expectation that you will take the journey. It's like somebody was expecting you, somebody was expecting you to act the way you did, to finally get the lesson, to disconnect. It's like somebody's waiting for this situation to happen. Somebody who's also in a new beginning, because 2 and 8 is 10. So we have 2 people in a new beginning on a new journey here. The person who has the expectation is the one that is most in danger of being hurt in this situation, because you understand when you have an expectation, right, and you put that on somebody else and they don't know that that's your expectation, then you're hurting yourself when they don't live up to that. No one has to live up to your expectations. The sooner you learn that is really the new beginning. Yeah, when you realize that when you have expectations, you're letting yourself down when you set expectations. So I do believe that somebody here has an expectation that this journey is going to lead to them. That Aries, that you're coming to them. That's what I think. Someone here has an expectation. It also feels like this person thinks that you've been lying to them. This is a new feminine, right? It feels like this person thinks you've been lying to them. Maybe about what makes you happy, maybe about the path you were on, the journey you were currently on when they knew you or met you. And this person has leveled up to be the Empress. It's this person, the Empress, is waiting for you. All right, let's go here. So what was the good advice from the wise friend? Tell us about that, the owl. Good advice from a wise person, because this person led you or helped you, showed you the way possibly to the triumphant success. Oh, Charlie just said, there's a sword here and a sword here. That's 2 swords, right? True enough, there was a decision that was to walk away emotionally. And I think that somebody, a wise person, gave you some advice, and it really made you think. So what was the advice? You need to get out on your own. You need to get a divorce. Somebody told you, like, you need to be single. You're in a situation here that's not working out, and I can see it from the outside looking in. That's what the wise person said, I believe. Yeah, it is the 9 of Pentacles. So I believe the wise person said, look, you don't need to be in this thing. Somebody's lying to you. And then it was up to you to make the choice to move forward. I don't know what's going on here. Charlie just kind of told me to put a card down here. And it's interesting now because you two, I feel, are on a new path. It's good news. The good news is coming, I want to say. So if you're the cross watcher waiting for an Aries, the good news is coming. I feel like, Aries, that you are going to take the journey. It's a passionate journey. It is one that is of good fun. Yeah, I feel like you have a new start here. And the expectation I believe this person has is because of something that they know that you're either not being honest about, or something. They know something. It feels like they know that you are the wish fulfillment. This person knows that you're the wish fulfillment. They also know that you've been lying to them about how you feel about them. We might be talking about the Empress. All right. Let's find out why you're so happy. Sun. Pharrell. I just heard Happy, that song in my head. Yep. Happiness and well-being is the discipline. Why did you decide this? Because it was hard. Wherever you were, there was fighting and arguing and right fighting. Silence maybe sometimes. It's intense and tense situations. You got tired of living in that energy. You got tired of living in the sadness, not knowing what people were going to say. No one was being truthful. So you decide to move on. 5 and 1 is 6. You decide to move on. You make the decision. We just talked about the 2 swords. Yeah. 5 and 1 is 6. Moving on. Oh, sorry. The decision. Those 2 swords, right? So, yeah, I feel like you make the decision to move on. And you decide that it is the best thing for your well-being and your happiness. Who is this older woman, please? Because the success of making the decision is what has caused you the fulfillment of wishes. That is the byproduct of you making the decision. How does this older woman fit in? Who is this, please? Who's the older woman? The older woman is someone who might want to see you in urgency, or is moving quickly, or is wanting to send a message to you. Something's moving quickly here. What else do we got on the older woman? 8. Okay. The 8 cups. What else do we have here, please? We have the 8 of cups, or 8 of pentacles. I think this is someone you worked with. That's what I want to say. It could be someone who's older than you, someone who there was an ending here. It feels like there was an ending that came quicker than you thought, or it was like out of the blue. It feels like it's a work situation for some of you. It doesn't have to be for all of you, but that's what the 8 of Pentacles is. And then we have the 8 cups as well. So it feels like there was like something that ended up separating you in the workplace, or there was information that came in that ended up making one of you leave. Maybe one of you got a new job. Could be. Maybe you got a new responsibility in another part of the business, or something like that. So this, I feel, might be someone that you worked with. And I felt that these two were connected, right? So there is good advice from a wise person, which ends up being truth, leads you to a triumphant success of being single. You make the decision, though. And this person, I think, is someone that may have given you this advice, is what I want to say. And the happiness is the byproduct of you making the realization. Wow. Okay. You know what? We haven't even started clarifying yet. Okay. Tell me about the expectation. I'm just nosy at this point. Justice. All right. The expectation is that there's going to be balance, and that this person, if they are the Empress, that they feel that they are going to get the justice from you. You're either going to be more honest with them, or it's going to be more balanced between the two of you. Yeah, I think we probably should go to the extended. Okay, we've got the 4 of Wands. So this is someone that gives you balance. This is someone that you might be in your soul tribe, or someone that you already know. They could be a Libra. They don't have to be. We do have also we have fire energy here, and we have earth energy here. We have the 8 of Cups as well a couple of times. So it really could be just about any energy, because we're dealing in Empress here. But I feel like the Empress is the one that you're dealing with, Aries. And I also feel like this person feels as though you're coming towards them to give justice to some sort of a foundational relationship that you two have. I'm wondering if it's the older woman. Yeah, there's to be victory here. So let's go to the extended. Yeah, we're just going to ask questions, right? We really don't know what the full-on fulfillment of wishes is here. It might be good to know what the decision was and why you made the decision. If these two things really are connected, I think that they are. The older woman that gave you the advice, the Empress, is that this woman? I don't know. Is it a separate one? Are we talking about two feminines or one? We're going to clarify that as well. We do have a reunion, though, looking out into the future here, along with the Judgment card. So we're going to talk about that as well. We just keep digging deeper and deeper here. Deeper and deeper. So we have the Three of Cups and the Judgment card. So guess what? Yeah, there is some sort of... someone's coming around. Someone is coming to you. Or you're going to them. Somebody wants the reunion and the Judgment. The universe is allowing you to go back around. If you want to, go back to the soul tribe. All right. We're going to talk about that as well. I'm going to go. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Oh, if you're interested in a private read, please look below. You know that already. You know the drill, right? Everything you need to know is in the description if you need a private read. And you can only book me on Wizio. I love you guys. I'm out for now. Bye-bye.